Hi there folks, this is Tim with a Star Citizen video, and this video is an upload showing side by side on the smaller screen the live stream from Citizencon, and on the large screen the upload from Tuesday the 11th of October 2016, where they have replayed through the same tech demo. Now I'm not sure a lot of people realize this, but it's actually not the same playthrough. You can see the player doing totally different things on each live stream. So what I've done is I've put the videos together, I've synced them up at the beginning here, as you can see, and then at various points through the tech demo I've actually kind of cut out one of them that was slower than the other one and just kind of matched up clip to clip. I'm not going to talk the whole way through. The next time I talk will be when the next actual edit that I made is, so enjoy. So this is the point where you can start to see player control, and this is the point where you'll start to see things go out of sync. Now, one of them is actually slower landing than the other one, so the first point that I have to correct that is actually on touchdown. So as you can see, the larger screen, which was the Tuesday YouTube upload, is effectively waiting for the Citizencon pilot to get out, get his weapon, get changed, and then start to head down the elevator, which is the point when I think I synced up the two clips. Now the reason why I feel like the playthrough was actually kind of directed and had set times for certain things is because even though the player is slower at certain times doing certain things, he seems to arrive at the next task at about the same time. So it's literally like he's kind of getting a countdown, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, etc. To be at a certain place and actually do something, so that they would have a runtime on the demo of a specific time. So it's like he's kind of waiting here, he's going to deploy the weapon, and then he's going to leave exactly when he's kind of told that it's the right time to do so. What I quite like about this as well, and the fact that they redid it, is that in a lot of places they're doing the third person and first person at different times, so it's almost like you get different angles of the same location, which is quite nice. Obviously walking into and around that shipwreck in totally different ways, but still kind of following the same direction of what to do and what to look at. Something that I noticed there that you couldn't see on the live stream because they were in the first person view was that when you're driving over the looser sand, it gets thrown up into the light, the red light on the rear of the vehicle, and you can actually see the dust and the layers of dust being lit up by the light. That's really cool. There's lots to see in this video now that you have two different angles of certain things. Now, obviously, the YouTuber was a lot slower getting back in the vehicle here than the live stream one, the one from Citizencon, was. So I've stopped the Citizencon video, and the time when this next clip is actually synced is at the point of the ambush explosion. So you'll be able to see the action leading up to it, and the action after it is obviously completely different. So you could even see weapon switching during the YouTube upload that you did not see at Citizencon, and at different times. And the Citizencon player seemed a lot more intent on just getting the kill done, whereas the YouTube upload, he wanted headshots. So that was pretty interesting to see that difference too. He was a lot slower because he was waiting for the headshot. Now in a moment one of the videos is going to stop again, and I'm going to resync it on the hero shot when he gets on the vehicle. So you can see right now that the YouTube uploader has arrived at the oasis well ahead of the live stream. Some nice third-person shots as well from the YouTube uploader that you don't really see until later from the live stream. And he's still racing ahead, the YouTube uploader. So another resync coming up. Okay, so we're now waiting for the live stream viewer to look up with his scope at the station in space. And as you can see, we've now resynced. We are coming up on another shipwreck here, and in a moment he's going to see some of the native wildlife, and I've synced it up at the point where that wildlife disappears back under the sand. So he's approaching the crashed ship, and the next sync up is at the point when he actually takes the kill shot on the person who is doing a 10-foot kind of patrol, kind of pacing back and forth. What I found really interesting about this, especially like with the sound, is that if you listen very carefully, when I stop the sound, you can just hear a click. Here it comes. Now that click is the trigger of the gun, but I cut the sound before the actual sound of the gun firing. So you can hear they've actually got in this game the click of the trigger separate from the actual sound of the gun, which you're about to hear. I just thought that was really cool. Now you can see the YouTuber taking a lot of time to watch the body slide down the ship and then kind of inspect the ship, whereas the original live streamer has already got on his vehicle and started moving towards it. So the YouTuber is a little bit further behind now. Alright, and as you can see, that sandstorm is coming in. Obviously that's triggered by player position, not by time. And there we go, we're now synced back up again. So the YouTube uploader is a little bit slower, kind of moving off here. But one thing that I've also noticed is that he's spending a lot of time with his weapon down, which the original live stream did not. He always seemed to be in kind of a more defensive state. And the YouTube uploader, I didn't see that on the live stream unless I missed it. He just actually stole their weapon. He stole the sand person's weapon. A lot slower getting to this beacon and moving on too. The original live stream is well ahead of him right now, which means it's almost time for another sync up before we get to the sandworm. So the place I'm actually going to sync up with this one is on the walkway that the YouTuber is about to walk over. Now before we get to it, the original live stream, which is obviously the smaller image at the bottom left, they did have an issue during the live stream where from a cutscene that you're about to see to the worm kind of coming up and looking at the player, that actually looped through twice, and then it pulled out away from the planet. The camera did, and they actually cut that out on the live stream edit that they uploaded, and I'm using the edit that they uploaded, but I'll actually show you where it was edited out. If you watch the text at the bottom of the screen, you'll be able to see that. But we're now synced up again at this cutscene, and then keep your eyes open for the edit that they made to edit out the bug. And here, obviously, as it pulled out, you could see that the players were stood in two different positions. On the original live stream, I think his brief was that he was supposed to kind of run away from the worm a little bit, and then on the YouTube upload, he just kind of stood there. So that was different too. But obviously, this pulling out here is all standard. On the live stream, there was actually saliva though on the right-hand side about now. And that was actually saliva from the worm. So, you know, you could tell very easily that there was some kind of bug going on with that worm. Anyway, I hope that you found that interesting. I hope you noticed a few things you hadn't seen before because of the two different angles you had at times. If not, I just hope you found it interesting that they actually bothered to replay through it again to make kind of a more solid display. Thanks and bye.